Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? So, obviously, I'm from a remote location at the lake, at another lake. I just got moved yesterday. So, anyway, thank you for your awesome emails. You're so sweet. You are so sweet. And it's so nice to get nice emails instead of people ripping my ass for something, which really doesn't happen that often, but uh-oh, we might have a rodeo here in a minute. My new puppy, there's a squirrel heading right towards it. Whoops. I mean, I thought it was going to come down and get the dog. It jumped in the tree next to the dog, and she just looked at it. I thought she was going to raise hell. Anyway, I thought, oh, never fails when I start to do something outside. Comes a rodeo. So, do you hear that bird? You can't help but hear him. Hang on. He hasn't shut up all day, just for a little bit. And those chimes you hear are my healing chimes. And now the bird shuts. Hearing that one, the loud, shrill one. That's not the chirp he usually makes, though. Anyway, that's an oriole. So you said something about a bird. It doesn't have to be an oriole, but he hasn't left this tree all day. And I was sitting here, and I planned on working today because I had to spend yesterday moving and rearranging. And I thought, wonder what this bird has to do with my work. And then I got my notes out and started reading, and I thought, yo, you were talking about a bird. Is that bird? That bird every morning and at night sometimes come from her. Yes. It doesn't have to be an oriole, but if it gets your attention, now look, the damn thing shut up. Just when I need him. It can be just something that loud or that gets your attention that much. Absolutely, it's a sign from her. And if you know what kind of bird it is, then you could possibly see it in a picture in the store, or see it when you go somewhere else, or just see it in a movie. Doesn't matter. I can't even see my face. I don't know if this is going to turn out or not. You don't need to see me anyway. So yes, and Mr. Oriole's been here all day, just all by himself. A couple of blackbirds, but they were just flipped. This is a beautiful campground. Last time I was here, there'd be like 6 or 7 deer that would come, young deer, young ones that would come out every night and play, just right behind my camper. So we'll see if they're still in their routine. Anyway, puppy hasn't made a peep all afternoon, but she waits till I work. So is the story of my life. Puppy, they're not close to you. Mom says the best advice that she can give you as far as being a parent is to hug and kiss them 1,000 times a day. She says there's a difference between spoiling them and loving them. And hugging and kissing them 1,000 times a day is not spoiling them. Only if you do it as a reward for bad behavior is that spoiling. She says you don't realize until you get up here the things that ooh, I should have done that. Why didn't I do that different? You get such a bigger perspective on things down here. And of course, it's too late. She says, don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait till it's too late. My 22-year-old grandson that's lived with me most of his life, before he hangs up the phone, before he walks out my door, he says, love you, Grandma. That's not spoiling. That's respect. That's love. And that's appreciation. She says, that's... Say what? Say it again. Oh. She's trying to explain something about what she's trying to say. She says, tell her, Rhonda. I'm not sure which... Miriam, boy, you can't miss that. Mr. Oriole. He's talking to you. She's talking to you. That saying I love you that many times a day, you can still, she says you can, there we go. Well, she's getting some of it out. She's trying to use something that I'd done for an example. Oh, she says, tell her how you very rarely ever had to lay hand on that kid. You very rarely had to swat him. I don't know if I've swatted him a handful of times in his life. And he's the biggest hearted kid, loves people to death. Huge heart, a lot of respect in it, and demands respect from people. But she says there's nothing wrong with a good old butt whooping. But you can still say, I love you, and give him a hug. I'm sorry, I believe it's a son. Pretty sure you said your son. You can still say, I love you, but this is not acceptable. I'll give you a hug, but this is not acceptable. She is so stressing the hugs and kisses. Over the top, stressing them. She says, as being number one most important thing in his life that he could possibly get from you. She says, besides food, and then she starts giggling. She says you're actually doubting your parent skills, parental skills, whatever you want to call it. Puppy, get out of there. You're actually doubting your skills, and you're wishing that she is here to help guide you in that. But she says, I've already taught you. I taught you by example. You don't need me there to parent him with a big heart. You've already learned by example. I don't know what the hell that noise is. It's weird. She says, you've already got it. There's nothing I could teach you more than the love. And you've already learned it. Where do you want to go from here to be happy? What do you see on your horizon? Trying to figure out where she's going with this. She's trying to make you think. She's trying to make you see something on your horizon. She's not going to tell you what it is. She says, what do you see on your horizon that you haven't quite started working towards, that you're not really stepping towards? You're kind of, say it again, you're kind of puttering along muddling in the mud. And I don't think she's saying that you're actually stuck on something, that you're just not moving forward. There's something you want on your horizon, or you need to look for straight forward, or you need to look further out, or something. There's something out there, and once you latch on to what that is, then you'll start moving towards it. She's not going, I hate when they do that. They do it to me. Even when I go to my woo-woo lady, I'll say, okay, well, I need to know, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, and my woo-woo lady is the most amazing person in the world. She's more on the other side than this side. And she goes, yep, they're not going to tell us. She says, they won't even tell me. And she works directly with the archangels. Well, I do too sometimes, most of the time, I'm supposed to. So, I can't get it out of her. If she knows what it is and just isn't the time to tell, or if you have an inkling of what it is, or neither one of you know, I can't get it out of her. It'd be nice if they would just come right out and boom, boom, boom. But when they do that, there's a reason. There's always a reason. There's something that we need to work through, something we need to learn to get to that point. I got noisy neighbors walking. They're going to want to go on talking. Why is that lady up there talking to herself? So, puppy, they're nice. Be nice, puppy. Something about a car running over. Whatever car run over. I don't think car ran over a person. I think car ran over. Could be the car ran over a rope. Car ran over a hose. Car ran over a bicycle. Car ran over a marble. I don't know. It's something small. I think she's trying to validate something. Car ran over. You ran over something in the driveway. And then you went, oops. I'm going to be in trouble. What? She says you're a beautiful person. And you know that. You don't give yourself enough credit, but you know that. Deep down, you know that. She says, but at least you're keeping your ego down. And not being real boastful about it. Something about running around with like a chicken with your head cut off. She's showing you looks like you're in the kitchen. I don't know, did you catch something on fire in the kitchen? Like pulling your hair out, going, ah, that kind of thing. She's like, ah, like running around in circles, going, ah. Did you catch a house on fire? Did you burn the roast? Did you boil the pot over? I feel like it's associated with something in the kitchen. She's kind of giggling about it, so it must not have been a real big deal. I wish they'd let me in on the secrets sometimes. The stuff that goes on is none of my business, but I kind of like a validation. I kind of like to know what the heck you're talking about. It's got nothing to do with me. None of my business. She mentions a bear. Like B-E-A-R. Don't know where you live. Do you have bears? I don't. So watch for pictures or signs of bears, or bears in movies, or you just went to the zoo and saw a bear. I don't. She's mentioning a bear. Sometimes they just throw words out, and we make do. Notice the bird quit. as soon as I told the story, and he hasn't shut up all day. I'll probably jinx myself. He'll be right back. Now we have two big birds, whirly birds. Can you hear the two Army helicopters flying over? I paused it for a minute when I thought, these are birds. These are birds. Army helicopters. We're on Corps of Engineer ground, so they frequently fly over and check things out, especially the dam. I don't know if you can see the dam right behind me. I think they check on that. But they're whirly birds. So you might watch for that as a sign too. I hate this new mouse. It actually stops going by itself, and I have to figure out where it's at and click on it. Or I click on things I shouldn't. It's a weird little cheap mouse. I had to have it to put it in my camper. So, and just so you know, getting a new camper, so in the near future, I think it's going to be more conducive for my work. I think it'll have a better work area, which I like working outside better, but the days I can't work outside, or there's Wednesday, this is what is today? I lose track of time. I've been at the lake for 6 weeks. Well, I'm at a different lake. Anyway, don't need to be telling my shit. There'll be 7 of us with campers out here Wednesday. I just came out early because I need to work and I need some peace and quiet too. Me and my puppy. We're just hanging out with the camper at the lake. So my work will be getting a little more. I don't know when the camper's getting here, a month or 2. I have to wait for the new truck to get here too. So anyway, I'm just trying to explain that within a month or 2 or 3, when I get everything smoothed out, I should be working at a more steady pace. And according to my woo-woo lady, things are going to start busting open for me. So we'll see. Much love to you, my dear. See what else Mom's got to say before I get out of here. Speaking of birds, they're all coming out. You're getting all different kinds of birds. The oriole left. Whirly birds came over. And the geese, I don't know if you could hear them. I thought they were coming this way. I could hear them flying and honking and flying. So birds are a big sign for you. I'm not sure it has to be any one particular bird, but it's the ones that stand out to you. Like the one that'll just stand there and look at you. Especially ones like that. Even if you see them in a movie. Or a zoo. Or wherever. Your mama says she loves you. She says she still prays. And she prays and asks God every single night when you go to sleep to bless you and protect you. And she gives you quite frequently a kiss on the cheek after you go to sleep. So if you think you dream it, or you think maybe you're not quite asleep and you kind of think you feel something on your cheek. Oh, she says sometimes the forehead. No, that's Mama kissing you good nights and sweet dreams. And I love you. And I'm always here. She gives a big sigh like that, waiting impatiently for you to talk to me. So get busy, start talking to Mama. She can hear you. I promise you, she can hear you. You don't need me for her to hear you. You just need me for you to hear her. Did I say that right? I think you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. Okay. I'll get out of here. She's singing you lullaby and good night. Da 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 da. Whatever that nursery rhyme songy is, you're going to hear that somewhere and go play it. And she not only sings it to you, but she sings it to your son at night. So if you ever wake up with that song in your head or you think you dreamed about it, that's Mama singing to you very softly. Is that Brahms' lullaby? I'm not sure. And I don't have Alexa here to... Good grief, I've got to depend on her. She's not here for me to ask. And my reception kind of stinks out here. Wi-Fi? What is Wi-Fi out in the country on the lake? All we have is raccoons and birds. Okay, enough silly talk. Much love to you, my dear. It's nice to hear from you again. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Peace out.